Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Right now we are in the fourth session. Okay, I will call the next participant in the fourth session, Mrs. Sefrina Rukmawati, Mrs. Weni Tri Purnani, Mrs. Yuli Novitasari, Mrs. Eppy Setiyowati, Mrs. Tata Mahyuvi Nursalam, Mrs. Ninik Susmiati, and then Mr. Sugeng Eko Irianto. Okay, before we start the fourth session, today we will have a presentation for each participant for about 10 minutes. And for the participant, please don't forget to fill your attendance list by click the link on the chat room. And if you have any question, you can type your question on the chat room. Okay, first of all, I will call the first presenter in the fourth session, Mrs. Sefrina Rukmawati. Hello, Mrs. Sefrina Rukmawati. Could you please unmute your microphone?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Can you hear my voice, Mrs.
Yes,
Sefrina?
I am here for your voice, moderator.
Okay. Okay, I will help you to share the screen.
Okay.
Okay, you can start your presentation for
Yes.
about 10 minutes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Sefrina Rukmawati and will presentative for my research. Okay, the relationship between complementary feeding and stunting event in 2 to 5 years age. And then from Sefrina Rukmawati and Puji Astuti and then Puji Rahayu Slamet. Next. Okay, is my background for the research. Yeah, it is lack of complementary feeding for children from the age of 6 months. Complementary feeding becomes too necessary food that not good enough in about quality and quantity would affect study growth. Next. My purpose for the research was to determine the relationship of complementary feeding with the stunting in 2 to 5 years of age. And then, next slide. And then it is my method, the research of retrospective approach. This research is carrying on 2022. The population of the research is one the parents and children aged 2 and 2 until 5 years, as many as 22 people, 4 people. Sampling return using total sampling. Totaling, this is 22 parents and children. The independent variable of complementary feeding data collection with the questionnaire and then the independent dependent variable standing event data collection with the child height measure. Data analysis using experiment rank with alpha 0.05. Okay. Next slide. And then resolve this research so that all of 22 respondents, nearly half of which here 10 respondents are 55.5%, provide less complementary feeding in the category of less and children aged 4 2 until 5 years. The majority of 16 respondents or 72.7% having high the sport category. This correlation, this result show p-value at 0.002 between alpha 0.05 is HA is accepted. Next. And then conclusion is there is relationship between complementary feeding with standing in children age 2 until 5 years and R and then 0.6 to 7. So the level of closeness is strong. In the research, they become a strong predictor in cause the stunting, but was expanded to further research and add variation or the variable to the study event. Okay, next. Next. And then thank you for this presentation. What I am, and then go to moderator. Thank you.
Okay, Mrs. Sefrina, thank you for the presentation, but actually you still have 5 more minutes. Do you think it is enough?
Yes, I think enough.
Mohon maaf Mbak Rati, belum di-unmute.
Okay, thank you. So for the next participant, I will invite Mrs. Weni Tri Purnani with the title The Combination of Boiled Katu and Kelor Leaves Towards Breast Milk Launch. Mrs. Weni?
Yes.
Okay, how are you, Mrs. Weni?
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay, I will help you to share the screen.
Unstable.
Yes, I think your connection is unstable.
Yes. My connection is
Yeah.
unstable.
Have you seen the screen? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, you can start your presentation. Start from now. Your time is 10 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day all
Waalaikumsalam.
participants. Let me introduce myself. My name is Weni Tri Purnani from Kadiri University, and I'm the first author in the research. And today I will present my research about the combination of boiled katuk and kelor leaves toward breast milk launch. Let me introduce my team on this research. There are Mrs. Mirna Eka Fitriasnani, Mrs. Huda Rahmawati, and Mrs. Dewi Nur Afifi, and we are from Midwifery Program Kadiri University. Next. The survey result in Gampeng Rejo Community Health Center in April 2019 was obtained. I'm sorry, I have a little mistake on typing. On slide, it says the number 0, but the correct number is 9. Was obtained 9 postpartum out of 14 postpartum mothers, 64.28% experiencing breast milk flow problem. Many problems have been spent on the postpartum mothers on day 1 up to day 7. Next. Okay, my purpose. Now the influence of the combination of boiled katuk and kelor leaf towards the flow of breast milk of postpartum mothers. Next. My method, this type of research is experimental with pre-experimental design by using pre-test, post-test design. The sample in the study is the postpartum mother, day 1 until 7, without complication, giving the exclusive breast milk, do not use hormonal contraceptive, do not consume milk stimulation drug. The sample is taken using simple random sampling technique and it obtains 16 respondents. Next. The research was conducted at Gampeng Rejo Community Healthcare in Kediri in January 2020. Assessment and observation of respondents about the breast milk flow from mothers to babies' mouth is assessed based on a questionnaire instrument. It consists of favorable and unfavorable questions. The result of the assessment is categorized into analysis of this research data uses Wilcoxon statistic test. Next. The result of analysis drove the test Wilcoxon obtained the value of p-value 0.000, where the value p smaller than 0.05 because p-value of smaller than 0.05, then it's 1 accepted or it's 0 rejected, which means there is the influence of the combination of the boiled katuk leaf and kelor leaves toward the flow of breast milk of postpartum mother in the working area of Gampeng Rejo Community Health Center in Kediri 2020. Next. The conclusion in my research, there is the influence of the combination of boiled katuk leaf and kelor leaf toward the breast milk flow of postpartum mother in the working area of Gampeng Rejo Community Health Center Kediri in 2020. Next. Okay, so that's all my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Mrs. Weni Tri Purnani, for the presentation. Actually, you still have 3 more minutes. Do you think it is enough?
Yes, I think that's enough.
Okay. So for the next participant, I will invite Mrs. Yuli Novitasari.
Okay, I'm here.
Yuli, good afternoon.
Yes.
Okay, so today Mrs. Yuli will present about the title Analysis of Musculoskeletal Complaint Factors on Work Productivity and Musculoskeletal Disorders in Employees at Putra Waspada Hospital. Okay,
Yes.
I will help you to share the screen. Just a moment.
Oh, Mas. Ini ada.
Okay, Mrs. Yuli,
Yes.
you only have 10 minutes for presentation. You can start right now. Time is
Okay.
yours.
Yes. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say thank you for coming and hearing my presentation. It's great to see you all. My name is Yuli Novitasari. The research, my research title is Analysis of Musculoskeletal Complaint Factor on Work Productivity and Musculoskeletal Disorder in Employees at Putra Waspada Hospital. Next. Next. Occupational health is organization so that any worker can work legally. The occurrence of heart disorder is often caused by
Excuse me, Mrs. Yuli.
yes.
There are so much noisy voice.
Hello.
It's
Yes.
noisy.
Yes, miss.
Okay, you can continue it.
Yes. Occupational health is organized so that any worker can work happily. The occurrence of heart disorder is often caused by inadequate work environment, both physical, working, design, mentally, and workload. Musculoskeletal disorders are a set of symptoms related to the tissue of the muscles, tendon, ligament, cartilage, nervous system, bone structure, and blood vessels. The musculoskeletal complaint is a complaint on the skeletal muscle part received by a person ranging from mild to very fatal complaint. Next. The design is analytic and protectional study at Putra Waspada Hospital Tulungagung, East Java from 14 until 30 January 2020. And the subject, a sample of 109 employees at Putra Waspada Hospital, was selected by simple random sampling. Next. Dependent variable is work productivity and musculoskeletal disorder. Independent variable, lack of work, safe work, nutritional status, economic work attitude, and analysis collected by questionnaire and data were analyzed by logistic regression. Next. The result of the research known for a log work of 0.000 value less than 0.05 have long influence of working with productivity. For variable shift work value significant 0.996 value less than 0.05, there is no shift in work impact with productivity. Variable nutrition status of 0.000 and value less than 0.05. There is an influence of nutritional status with productivity and the last variable ergonomic work attitude of 0.995 value more than 0.05. There is no influence of ergonomic work attitude with productivity. As for the variable musculoskeletal disorder, there is a long working record of 0.000 value less than 0.05. There is a long working influence with musculoskeletal disorder. A nutritional status variable of 0.000 value less than 0.05. There is an influence of nutritional status with musculoskeletal disorder and the last variable ergonomic work attitude of 0.00. The value less than 0.05, there is an ergonomic influence of work attitude with musculoskeletal disorder. The dominant factor affecting musculoskeletal disorder in employees at Waspada hospital is the nutritional status with the old value, the ratio of 8.889 and old ratio of 154 to the nutritional status to the productivity of work. Next. And next, the conclusion, the dominant factor affecting musculoskeletal disorder in employer at Putra Hospital is the nutritional status with the odd value of the ratio of 8.889 and odd ratio of 154 to the nutritional status to the productivity of work. Employers should consider the status of good nutritional so that it is not overweight and can improve work productivity and reduce musculoskeletal disorder. Next. The documentation. Next. Okay, I think this is enough. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you so much for Mrs. Yuli Novitasari. You have presented your case. Okay, for the next participant, I will call Mrs. Eppy Setiyowati. But I will remind you to all the participants, don't forget to fill the attendance list. And if you have any question, you can type on the chat room. Okay, for the next presenter is Mrs. Eppy Setiyowati. Mrs. Eppy Setiyowati, can you hear my voice? Mrs. Eppy? Mrs. Eppy? Hello, Mrs. Eppy.
Hello.
Okay, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Okay, Mrs. Eppy, can you hear my voice?
Yes. Suara ini ya. Suara panitia sangat banyak masuk di dalam ini, sangat mengganggu sekali. Berisik sekali.
Okay, can you hear my voice clearly, Mrs. Eppy?
No clear, no clear.
Okay, Mrs. Eppy, today you will present the self-management education for the quality of life of patient with pulmonary tuberculosis.
Yes.
So you will have 10 minutes for presentation, and from here I will help you to share the screen. Just a moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Please, next. Okay, good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In here, in the room, I presentation my article with title Self-Management Education for the Quality of Life of Patients with Pulmonary Tuberculosis. Next. Yeah, next. Next. Introduction. Treatment for pulmonary tuberculosis may become a problem when the patient shows no adherence to the treatment and fails with its allowed duration. This condition may lead to the dropout in the treatment. Therefore, the study aimed at analyzing the effect of self-management education on the quality of life of patients with pulmonary disease. Next, method. The design of the study is quasi-experiment conducted at 3 community health centers in which 150 respondents was divided into 2 groups. 75 respondents in the control group and 75 respondents in the treatment group. They were cast as the sample by using simple random sampling technique. The data was collected by conducting 3 tests to measure the quality of life, doing intervention, drug self-management education, and finally providing post-care. Furthermore, the data were analyzed by using man-with-name U-test and Wilcoxon sickness rank test. Next. Research in the perception of the disease is affected by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, the likely for the treatment, this must of hospital and type of the cure needs support for the family and medical workers. Next, a conclusion. Self-management education increase the quality of life of the patient with pulmonary disease. The future research is expected to analyze their life expectancy more life. Okay, next, and thank you.
Okay, thank you for Mrs. Eppy Setiyowati for the best presentation for today. Okay, well, before I will next the presentation, let me introduce myself. I changed Mrs. Ratri as the moderator as before. I am Yeni Musika Dwi Rahayu, and for today, I will be the lead this presentation. Okay. Okay, for the next presentation is from Mrs. Tata Mahyuvi Nur Salam. Mrs. Tata. Oh, Mr. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Mr. Tata. Okay. Don't be nervous, okay? Don't be nervous, okay? Okay.
Hello,
Hello. Okay, nice to meet you.
I'm fine.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Okay.
you too.
Okay. For today, Mr.
Okay.
Tata with the team with Nur Salam will bring the presentation with the title The Effect of Social Cognitive Theory Based Psychoeducation Toward Depression and Blood Pressure of Ischemic Stroke Patient. That's right, the title, Mr.
Yes.
Okay, I will share the screen, but wait a moment.
Sorry, cannot be replaced screen.
Pardon?
Cannot.
Yeah, I will share. I will share the screen. Okay, Mr. Tata, are you ready to present your presentation?
Yes, ready.
Okay, your time 10 minutes, so your time is start for now. Okay, have my screen is, can look at your screen?
Belum terlihat Mbak
Yes.
Yeni.
No.
PPT-nya. Yang di share screen bukan Explorer Mbak Yeni, tapi PPT-nya. Diclose dulu. Share lagi. Jadi PPT-nya.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. Hello. My name is Tata Mahyuvi. I am from Islamic Surabaya Ahmad Yani Hospital. I am a first author. I will presentation my research. The title my research, the effect of socio-cognitive theory-based psychoeducation toward depression and blood pressure of ischemic stroke patient. Next. Introduction. Stroke placed on the third rank in the world as the cause of death. Depression is a common psychology condition found in ischemic stroke patients and generally experience hypertension. The aim of the research is to analyze the effect of socio-cognitive theory-based psychoeducation toward depression and blood pressure of ischemic stroke patients. Next. And the design of the research is a quasi-experiment by pre and post control group between the population is 100 ischemic stroke patient in Surabaya Hospital Sari. Now, while the sample are 32 respondents, the sampling technique as simple random sampling. The intervention group was gave socio-cognitive theory-based psychoeducation for 15 until 30 minutes in 4 times session, and the control group with given intervention as hospital standard. The data were analyzed by parity test with significant value alpha 0.05. Next. The result of the result revealed that there was a significant effect between depression and blood pressure before and after the treatment of socio-cognitive theory-based psychoeducation. It showed that depression intervention group p-value 0.00 and blood pressure systole or diastole p-value 0.00. Next. 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 In diagram, in intervention depression, p-value 0.00 rate from 20 points 20 point 55 go to paying 10
Sorry, Mr. Tata, we cannot hear your voice clearly.
Yes. Next. Next. And the result from 100 in the result 135.153 go down to being 100 125.25 and intervention diastole from 85 point 85.15 go down to being 81.31. Okay, next. 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 Next slide. Okay, discussion. Socio-cognitive theory-based psychoeducation was effective to decrease depression and blood pressure of ischemic stroke patient, and it is highly recommended for the patient in the rehabilitation phase. Okay, thank you very much for all your attention. I return it to the moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for Mr. Tata for the best presentation. Okay, now we are come the next participant from Mrs. Ninik Susmiati. Hello, Mrs. Ninik.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Okay, I'm here.
Okay. Is my voice is so clearly in your place?
Okay, clear.
Okay. For today, Mrs. Ninik Susmiati will be bring the presentation with the title Factor Influence the Satisfaction of BPJS Inpatient in Sumberjo Regional General Hospital, Bojonegoro District. Wait a moment, for I will share your screen.
Okay.
Okay, Mam Nini, your time is 10 minutes, so please give your best perform from your presentation. You can start now.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the great opportunity for me. I will present my research with title Factors Influence the Satisfaction of BPJS Inpatient in Sumberjo Regional General Hospital, Bojonegoro District. Next. Next slide. Background. The background why I researched this problem is the implementation of the National Health Insurance Program, or KKN in Indonesia, under BPJS is considered to be the beginning of the start of health service change. Precisely, the public's view of BPJS service is still not good, especially still complaining about hospital service. Next. Method, design. This research design is analytic, quantitative approach cross-sectional study. Venue and time. This research due in Sumberjo Regional General Hospital from the 1st until 20 November 2019. Subject, the population is inpatient BPJS with sample 100 respondents that selected by systematic random sampling. Next. Dependent variable is patient satisfaction, and independent variable is service quality dimension, consists tangible, reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy. Analysis. The data, the analyzed data collected by the questionnaire, analyzed by statistics with multiple regression analysis. Result. The value of F-con with more than F table and the value of the adjust R square is 0.774, and which means that together the dimension of service quality consists of tangible, reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy have significant influence on patient satisfaction with a contribution of 77.04%. The result of the t-test show that significant T is
0.000 least from 0.004 is the meaning that partially of the dimension of service quality consisting of tangible reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy have a significant influence of patient significance. Where significantly of each variable is like this: 0.0400 and 0.004, 0.015 and 0.0045, and variable empathy, the last is 0.001. Variable tangible has the largest value of the effective contribution of 65.04%, and the largest value relative contribution is 84.03%. Conclusion. The dimension of service quality, which consists of tangible reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy, have a significant influence the patient satisfaction both simultaneously and partially. Tangible as a factor that has a dominant influence on patient satisfaction. When an effective contribution of 85.04% and relative contribution of 84.03%. Next. Thank you for kind attention.
Okay, thank you for Mom Ninik Susmiati for the best presentation with the title like that. And I hope can be the benefit, especially from the General Hospital at the Bojonegoro district. Okay, for all of the participants in this room, I just remember again, if you have some question from the presenter for today, please you can chat at the room chat for the question. And the next, the presentation will be bring by Mr. Sugeng Eko Irianto. Mr. Sugeng, can you hear me?
Cannot mute.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay, my voice is clearly in your place.
Okay, clear.
Okay. For the next agenda is the presentation will be bring by Mr. Sugeng Eko Irianto with the title Development of the Regional Strategic Framework for Nutrition Action Plan as a Tool for Health and Nutrition Diplomacy of the Prevention of Non-Communicable Disease or NCD in ASEAN countries. Mr. Sugeng, I will share your material. Wait a minute. Okay, the screen have been seen in your place.
Yes. Thank you, moderator.
Okay, your time is 10 minutes. You can start for now.
Yes, good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sugeng Eko Irianto from University of Mitra Lampung. Thank you for the opportunity to present this occasion. Thanks for Mr. Rector, Prof. Sandu. Actually, I tried to present the development of regional strategic framework for the action plan as tool of diplomacy to prevent NCD. Next. Next. Next slide. Yes, actually we know the prevalence of NCD at the global level, even ASEAN country Indonesia, now become increased. This is the reality. The factor also is very multifactorial. That's why we have to address this problem. Next. Yes. Actually, ASEAN country already adopted the ASEAN Leader Declaration to do the malnutrition problem in ASEAN, led by Philippines. That's why, based on that, they try to develop the guideline or framework to do addressing malnutrition problem, particularly NC. Next. Method, actually, this is like a series meeting from the beginning, from the high level up to technical meeting. Next. The general objective, actually the guide, the document as a tools for health and nutrition diplomacy. The specific is to set the draft of the regional strategic framework for nutrition, to find a regional action plan, and also to establish the multi and bilateral country cooperation to prevent NCD. Next. Actually, this already mentioned. Next. Next. Result and discussion. Actually, all the ASEAN minister in the ASEAN country agreed to do the development of the guideline for the guiding to address malnutrition, particularly for NCD. Next. This is high-level coordination meeting participated by all the minister and also DG and ASEAN country. Next. Next. Technical group. Particularly for the technical group, I am one of the participants for this meeting. This is also participated by director level of the ministry and each country in ASEAN member state. Next. Next. This implementation, actually the discussion among the country member try to identify what is the need of the country to address NCD in its country. Next. The component of the regional strategic framework, particularly there are strategic trust, project activity, expect output, change made to make nutrition sensitive, and lead country and source of support. Because actually most of each country need support from WHO, UNICEF, and other UN agency. Next. 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 Yes. Based on our discussion during the series meeting, not only in Jakarta, Singapore, and also in other country, actually all the member country agree to develop regional strategic framework action plan, refer to country comprehensive action plan as a guidance for sector related to nutrition to support activity both specific and sensitive intervention. Intensive communication among member countries are the key of the development of the regional strategic framework for nutrition action plan. The last is, even though the document not yet final, but they already use the document for nutrition diplomacy, particularly for how to advocate other country related to NCD prevalence. Because actually right now, almost all sector collaboration, like education, health sector, because there are a collaboration among Ministry of Health in ASEAN. This is a regular meeting on how to discuss to address malnutrition in ASEAN. That's why even though this is not final yet, but the document already used by them to advocate for other country. This is the principle all of country think about the beyond the health, because NCD is multifactorial. That's why they try to identify what is the primary factor of the accident or prevalence of NCD, like distribution of food industry among ASEAN member country. That's why we try to use this document to advocate, particularly for distribution like a snack company. We use front of pack labeling. This is one of the indicator that can use of each country to monitor how the country produce the snack or food company in each country. Because like Indonesian company, they export to other country in ASEAN, and also Indonesia also imported food from other country in ASEAN. That's why collaboration still needed by all of us. That's why this document also very important to guide us to do the diplomacy. That's why diplomacy not only for politics, but also health and nutrition also need diplomacy. I think this is enough from my presentation. If any clarification question, please do. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sugeng. It's so interesting for your research for about the malnutrition topic. I hope can be benefit, especially in the ASEAN area. Okay, well, for all of the participants, that is our last session for this session, and we will back before we go, or we will break. We come at the discussion time. Even though if all of the participants wanna ask from the presenter, please give the question at the Zoom chat column. And before the next agenda, so I will remember, I want to remember that share the information regarding the registration of the new student of the Strada Indonesia Institute of Health Science. That Strada Indonesia have 3 faculties with the namely health, nursing, and postgraduate faculty. Especially for the Faculty of Health, there are study program for Diploma 3 Radiology, Bachelor of the Public Health, Bachelor of the Pharmacy, Bachelor of the Hospital Administration. And for the Faculty of Nursing, there are Bachelor of the Nursing, Nurse Profession, Bachelor of Midwifery, Diploma for Midwifery, Diploma Midwifery, and Midwifery Profession. In the Faculty of Postgraduate Studies, there are the Master of the Public Health and the Master of the Nursing. More fully, you can access the link at http://pmb.iik_strada.ac.id/. So, for all of the participants, there are this question for this session. Okay, maybe for this session, do not have the question. So the next agenda, we will break maybe 5 till 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere because we will back at the next presentation.